Hi Aries, welcome to your love reading for July 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the decks for you. Let's go ahead and see what's at the bottom of the deck. I've been doing this with all the signs that I've recorded so far. At the bottom of this deck, you have the sun. Hopefully you can see that there. The sun does represent a lot of positive energy around your love life. This is the most positive card in the entire deck. This can also represent marriage, happiness. So there's a lot of positive energy around your love life. And as far as this deck, the confirmation deck, when I shuffled, you have the strength card. So the strength card is a message to be patient, to be forgiving, and try to hold back from maybe getting angry or lashing out at somebody. Okay, so let's start off with this deck and get 9 cards for you. This is a love reading for the sign of Aries for July. You have the Knight of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Aries for July. The Devil. Love reading for the sign of Aries. 3 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Aries. Justice. Love reading for the sign of Aries. The Star. Love reading for the sign of Aries. 6 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Aries. Temperance. Love reading for the sign of Aries. 3 of Swords. And Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I forgot to do the main energy. What's the most important message that Aries needs to hear for July 2018? 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords does mean that you're moving away from challenges, that you're moving away from negativity, that you're moving away from anything that has been challenging your relationship. We'll come back to this card to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's focus on the first 3 cards. So you have the Knight of Cups, the Devil, and the 3 of Wands. So the Knight of Cups, this does represent some type of movement in your love life. The Knight of Cups, this is positive movement, and you definitely need that with this energy here from the Devil. You know, the Devil, this can represent many different things. Remember that this is a general reading, so use your intuition about what does this represent for you. This can represent a lot of negative thinking. It can represent cheating. It can represent abusive behavior. It can represent just being really unhappy in a relationship, an unhealthy relationship. Now, the good news is that you have movement away from that with the Knight of Cups. This is saying that your relationship is moving into much more loving energy. And remember that the main energy for you was the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords is moving away from harsh energy. So I feel like for many of you, there's something going on in your relationship or in your marriage that is unhealthy. It could be that there's a lot of fighting. Maybe somebody has been unfaithful. There's positive movement away from that with the Knight of Cups. You also have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is a positive kind of future energy card telling you that you have been waiting and you have been patient and positive change is coming to you. This is a card telling you that your ship will come in. I would say this ship is that your love life is going to be in a much better place. So, you know, I feel like with the Devil there's something going on in your love life that is unhealthy, but I feel like this is moving away. It's shifting away from you. Remember that you had the Sun at the bottom of this deck when I properly shuffled. You had the Sun, which always means there's going to be a positive outcome. So for some of you, you know, the 3 of Wands is a message that the best is yet to come. And the Knight of Cups means there's going to be positive movement. Now the Knight of Cups also represents, it's like a knight in shining armor energy. So for some of you where maybe you're in an unhealthy relationship, maybe you don't want to be there anymore. Maybe you want to move away from that. It could be, you know, that there's someone coming in that is a perfect match for you, where you're able to escape maybe an unhealthy relationship. Now in the second row here, you have Justice, the Star, and the 6 of Wands. So, you know, Justice is this message that, you know, you're getting what you deserve. You're getting something that, you know, you were cheated out of. I mean, seeing Justice in the same reading as a Devil, I feel like, you know, somebody may have really let you down. Somebody may have been unfaithful to you. Somebody could have lied to you or walked out on you. But justice, this is someone trying to make things up to you. This is also possibly an apology. And, you know, I feel like this is exactly what you want. You have the star here, which is a card of hopes and wishes. This is exactly what you want. And, you know, either someone is trying to make things up to you, like an ex or your partner just trying to make things right. I feel like you will be able to do that because you have the Six of Wands. This is the energy of victory and overcoming obstacles. But it could also be, for some of you, where, you know, you don't want to be with that partner anymore. You're hoping, maybe you're wondering, is there anybody else around me, any other energy, any new partners coming in? Remember, you do have this knight in shining armor energy. And for those of you where you don't want your partner back, justice does represent, you know, the universe trying to make things right for you. And the star, again, you're getting what you want, and what you want is a healthy relationship, victory. Remember, the best is yet to come for the sign of Aries. Now down here, you know, there could have been a breakup, because I mean, you have the breakup and divorce card here, the Three of Swords, you know, and that's possibly what I've been seeing. Let me just move the camera up so you can see up here with the Devil. For some of you, maybe you've already broken up, or somebody has filed for divorce. For some of you, there can be movement away from that. Somebody could change their mind. We'll see. I'm going to pull more cards. We'll see if something like the Ace of Swords pops up, because that does represent a change of mind. So there could have been a breakup. But there could still be positive movement here with the Knight of Cups. And, you know, waiting. This involves waiting where you're not waiting in vain. There will be a perfect opportunity maybe to make things right with your partner. And again, I do see that here with a Justice card. Someone trying to make things up to you, or an apology. And if you're also wondering, will you be able to forgive them? I have that question a lot in private readings. Can I forgive them? And, you know, you do have this energy of victory here with justice and apology. So I feel like you will be able to forgive them if that's what's going on with you. But again, in the bottom row here, you know, possibly something painful. If it's not a breakup or a divorce, it's maybe a really painful argument or separation. You have an earth sign energy here, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. This could be you if you have a moon or rising, or in these signs, or it could be your partner. You have Temperance telling you to be patient. This is telling you to, you know, don't get angry. Remember that at the bottom of the confirmation deck, you had Strength, which is, you know, a message to hang in there. Don't get angry. Don't lash out. This is a similar energy. This is telling you to keep everything in balance. Don't panic when it comes to a breakup. Don't panic when it comes to possibly a separation. Temperance is telling you to not do anything extreme and just kind of, you know, hands off, because there could be something else going on. Okay, let's get a few more cards for you and see what the rest of the message is. What other message is there for the sign of Aries for July? Two of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries? Ten of Pentacles. And Six of Cups. We'll put that there. So these three cards. So, you know, you have... It's interesting. Look at what you have right here. Two and Three of Wands side by side. Both of these cards involve waiting. This is, you know, the Two of Wands is a card of delays and waiting, and, you know, nobody likes to wait. But I feel like there's something going on in your life where you may not be able to figure things out, or things may not come together as quickly as you want them to. Same energy here. These two cards are connected to waiting. You know, and I see stability here. So I'm trying to pick up the card. Ten of Pentacles. This is a card of either marriage or a relationship headed towards marriage. This is stability and happiness, but it does have waiting involved. Somehow you're waiting for this marriage to happen, or you're waiting for this marriage to be back on track. And there is some energy here from the past. Now, this is trickier, because I feel like for some of you, you might have someone from the past. Some of you may be kind of entering, or you're in a relationship and you could still be thinking about someone from the past. But if that isn't it, if there's no one from the past that you're thinking about, it could also be that the past needs to be forgiven, you know, and you do have that message here with justice. There could be some past energy that is preventing this from happening. Remember that this is either, a long-term relationship or even marriage. There's waiting around the sign of Aries. When it comes to your love life, whether you're single and you're looking, or you're already married, or you're already coupled, clear message right here before I even move on to the confirmation deck. There's a message of waiting. And remember that you also have a message that stands out to me. Don't panic. Don't panic. And I know the other signs that I've done have had kind of a similar message. I feel like things may not be what they seem. I mean, I don't mean to recycle my own title for each sign of the zodiac, but I mean, I feel like, there could be something harsh going on in your relationship, and something that has you really hurting with the Three of Swords. But you still have this, message of victory with the Six of Wands, and the Three of Wands telling you that the best is yet to come, and movement. The very first card is always significant, and it's the Knight of Cups, positive movement in your love life. The main energy, the Six of Swords. You're getting away from all of this harsh energy. The Six of Swords is always positive change, positive movement into something much healthier. Okay, so let's move this way and get a few cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Aries for July? The Ace of Wands. What other message is there for the sign of Aries? Nine of Swords. What other message is there for the sign of Aries? Four of Swords. What's the most important message that Aries needs to hear for July 2018? Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups does mean that, you could be feeling a little unhappy. You could be kind of wondering, maybe what's happened to this relationship, or what's happening in my love life. This is trying to figure out what's missing. It's not a miserable energy like, say, the Five of Cups or even the Three of Swords, but it's just feeling kind of bored with the way everything is. And we'll come back to this to see how it ties in with everything else we have here. So these three cards right here, you have the Ace of Wands. So this is a new beginning for you and for your partner, or a new beginning in your love life. Now this is not just a new beginning, this is a fresh start, a clean slate. So for those of you where you're dealing with this devil energy here, something really harsh that is really hurting your relationship. I mean, the devil's, one of the harshest energies that you can get, and you have the devil and the Three of Swords in the same reading. There's something that's really troubling Aries couples. But you do have the Ace of Wands, which means you can wipe the slate clean. Whatever it is that happened, you can forgive. And you can move on as if it never happened. There is a lot of worrying around you, though. You have the Nine of Swords, which just means that you're doing a lot of agonizing mentally. This is a card of, you're imagining the worst. You're imagining they're never going to come back. Or you're imagining they're cheating. Or you're imagining that they never loved you. There is a need to heal. And then you have both of these energies. Let me just put them side by side. Both of these energies, the Four of Swords and Temperance, have to do with healing. So I feel like there's some type of healing maybe that has to happen between couples in order for you to be able to work things out. I mean, I get a strong feeling from this reading that, that Aries is hurting over something, really difficult that has happened. The devil, there may actually be people who have broken up, or you may feel like, you have no choice but to divorce or go your separate ways. Can you forgive? Yes, that's definitely the feeling that I get, especially with Justice here. You can forgive. You can receive, what you felt you were cheated out of. And, the main energies. Yes, there's unhappiness, and it's strong. Because, I asked for the most important message, and you get the Four of Cups. There's strong unhappiness around you, just kind of feeling really bored with a situation. But the other main energy is telling you that you can get away from this with the Six of Swords. You can get away from this energy that's troubling you. But I also feel, with this Four of Swords, I want to go back to it. Yes, it's healing, but it also means somebody needs space and maybe time to figure things out mentally. Because there's a lot of troubling energy around here. I feel like there's something kind of changing in your love life. There could be something shifting, but again, strong message of waiting, wait. You haven't seen the end result yet. If you feel like you've already lost somebody, they're probably coming back, because you do have the Six of Cups here. The past returns. The past returns here with this energy. When I see a committed relationship here or marriage, but it does involve some type of waiting. Okay, so Aries, let's go ahead and move on to your partner spread. Okay, Aries, let's go ahead and get into your partner spread. I've already shuffled the cards, and basically what this spread is I'm comparing your energy to your partner's. This deck is for you, this deck is for your partner, and this is a deck of all major arcana, just to see what strong energies are around you. So what I do is just compare your cards to their cards to see what you want, what they want. Are you on the same page? Okay, let's start with you. What does Aries want from their love partner for the month of July 2018? Nine of Swords. What does Aries want from their love partner for July 2018? Four of Cups. So far these are repeat cards from the 9-card spread. What does Aries want from their love partner for July? Seven of Cups. What does Aries want from their love partner for July? Queen of Swords. Okay, let's see what your partner gets. Aries' love partner. What do they want from their partner for July? Repeat card. Four of Swords. Aries' love partner. What do they want from their partner for July? That's strange because you also have the Queen of Swords. Okay. What does Aries' love partner want from their relationship in July? Okay, this is getting really strange. Your third card is also the Seven of Cups. What does Aries' love interest want from their relationship in July? Page of Swords. Okay, so let's get a main energy for both of you. What's the main energy around Aries for July? You've got the High Priest, which is the Hierophant. And what's the main energy around their love interest? Justice, which was also in the 9-card spread. Okay, so pretty interesting reading. I mean, I feel like you have similar cards. You both have the Queen of Swords. This is theirs and here's yours. And you both have the Seven of Cups in the same exact spot right here. It's the third card for both of you. So I feel like you're definitely on the same page. Unfortunately, it has to do with confusion. Maybe you're both also really emotional. Okay, let's start with you, and then we'll move on to them, and then compare everything. So, you have the Nine of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So, one thing that, I'm getting from this is that, you had the Nine of Swords and the 9-card spread. You had the Nine of Swords. I'm looking at it right here. You had these cards come out together. Ace of Wands, Nine of Swords, Four of Swords. So there's a lot of anxiety. It's you that's agonizing. Clearly I see that. It's you that is doing the agonizing. You even have another repeat card from the 9-card spread. The Four of Cups. It's on your side. It's you. It's you that is really kind of mentally conflicted, and it's you when you're unhappy with what's going on in your relationship. And you did have the Devil and the Three of Swords and the 9-card spread. So it just seems like you're very worried about what's happening in your relationship, and it's making you highly unhappy here. It could be that maybe you just your partner has done something you feel has really damaged your relationship, again because you had the Devil and the Three of Swords. But there's also this element of confusion with the Seven of Cups. It's like you don't know what to do anymore. You don't know what to do. And you're also, usually with this energy, you're highly emotional. And, again, when you're highly emotional, you don't really see things clearly. So it's possible that you may need some time to kind of let things settle before making a decision. Because you did have a lot of, challenging cards in the 9-card spread, but you also had cards to, kind of don't panic, because you may not, there's some waiting involved with your situation. Whatever your situation is, there was waiting involved. So I feel like, there's an energy of unhappiness. I feel like you're unsatisfied with your relationship. And I feel like what you want is you want to know what's really going on. You want to be able to live in peace. I feel like you want peace of mind. This is not peace of mind. This is kind of always being in the state of agony and always imagining the worst. I feel like you just want to feel safe in your relationship with your partner, and you want to be emotionally satisfied. And I feel like you're not with the Four of Cups there. You feel like something's missing and you can't quite put your finger on it, and you're with this energy, you know, you're getting to the point where you really don't care anymore. And again, you want to get past this confusion. You want to be able to see things clearly. Now, what's strange, not only does your partner have this card, you both have this card, the Queen of Swords. Now, you're a fire sign, and it could be, you know, if your partner is an air sign, which would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, that this is just your partner. But if your partner, none of you maybe have any type of air in your chart, this could be someone maybe that has been influencing your relationship, maybe not in a positive way. Because with the Seven of Cups here, and for both of you, you have it near the Queen of Swords. I don't know if you can see that here. See, here's their Queen of Swords right here, and the Seven of Cups comes right after it. You have the Seven of Cups first, and then the Queen of Swords comes right after that. I don't think this has ever happened in any of the partner spreads I've ever done. So there's an air sign energy that's significant for both of you. And if you're the air sign, you know, moon or rising, then it's you. Or if it's them, sun, moon or rising, then it's them. But if it's not, it could be someone influencing your relationship. So what I see here is that you want peace of mind. You want to be emotionally satisfied. You want the confusion, you know, the back and forth. You want that to stop. Now, your main energy is the High Priest, which is actually the Hierophant. So the strongest energy around you is that you're very intuitive, and you know the High Priest is spiritual energy. So you can use your intuition, watching the signs. Like, what is your gut instinct really telling you about your partner? Is your gut instinct telling you to run? Or is it telling you to pay attention, maybe let things settle? I feel like for some of you, again, keep in mind this is a general reading, but I feel like for some of you, things will work out in time, because you had this strong message of waiting in your 9-card spread. Okay, let's move over here to your partner. They have the Four of Swords, Queen of Swords, Seven of Cups, Page of Swords. Now, the first thing that really stands out to me is that there's a lot of swords cards. Four of Swords, Queen of Swords, Page of Swords. I only pulled 4. That's a lot of swords energy, which has to do with thinking, mental energy. So I feel like your partner has a lot on their mind. They have a lot on their mind. That's probably why their very first card is this one, the Four of Swords, which means they need some space. And you did have this card in the 9-card spread if you go back and watch. Yeah, it was one of the last few cards I pulled from the confirmation deck. Maybe because this card came out with, well, it came out with this card. Maybe which is actually on your side now, maybe you're doing a lot of agonizing, maybe because they have asked for space, because it's popped up again as their very first card right here. So maybe you're agonizing because they have asked for space. But again, you know, with all this mental energy on your partner's side, they could just need some space to figure things out. Maybe they don't know what they want. Maybe they don't know what to do. This is just kind of like, let me collect my thoughts. You know, and there's that Queen of Swords again. You both have it. Strong air sign energy. You know, another thing that I'm getting, if no one is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, you both have it. And you both have the Seven of Cups. I feel like this means something. I'm going to figure this out. This means something. Let me just put them right here. Look at that. You both have these 2 cards. Yours, theirs, yours, theirs. And they mean kind of opposite things. That's why I wanted to look at them again. If you are not, again, if y'all are not air signs and there's no air sign between you, it could be that right now you're both just really emotional. I see it here. With the Seven of Cups, your emotions are all over the place and you're not seeing things clearly. That's where this energy comes in. The Queen of Swords is this energy of using your head, being really logical and not getting overly lost in your emotions. That's why I felt if there is no air sign, then it's telling you that you need to kind of like get things straight in your head so that you can figure things out. Because if you're overly emotional, you're not going to be able to see things clearly. So, you know, I feel like for some of you, maybe there is no air sign. And what the Queen of Swords is trying to tell you, since it's here 2 times, is that you need to think clearly, logically. Because you have the Nine of Swords as your first card. You're imagining a lot of things that maybe are not even true. The Nine of Swords is worry without merit. Maybe you just feel like you can't trust your partner anymore. Again, I mean, strange that you both have the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Swords. But I also feel, I mean, your partner also has the Page of Swords. This means that, you know, they need to communicate with you, and they need to communicate very honestly. Maybe they feel they haven't been able to do that. Maybe they haven't been able to do that because they needed some time to figure things out. Like, you know, what is the truth? With the Page of Swords, this is being completely honest. So I feel like maybe they want to be honest with you, but they've been confused. I mean, the Seven of Cups here, and then the Four of Swords, needing time to figure things out so they can share things with you. You have, well, they have Justice as their main energy. So again, this is energy which you had in the 9-card spread. They want to make things up to you. They want forgiveness. Justice means that, you know, someone has been wronged, which I feel is you, because repeat unhappy card, worry, agony. They want to make things up to you. They want forgiveness. But I also feel like, you know, some of them may be asking for space. Strong energy of both of y'all being very confused. Maybe not knowing, you know, what's the best thing to do. Main energy from the first spread. This will pass with the Six of Swords. You're moving away from the challenges. This is moving into a much healthier place. So I feel like for the majority of you, like this is all temporary. I feel like you're moving away from this. You also have to decide, you know, if you want to forgive them with the Justice card. I feel like they will try to make things up to you. And many of you will have, you know, spiritual insights. Your intuition will be telling you yes, or your intuition will be telling you no. Okay, Aries, this has been your love reading for July 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.